Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your girl Courtney.
And it's your boy Josten, man.
And we back with another video. So as you guys may read in the title below, today's video is going to be something a little different. Today we're going to do a story time. And what's the story time going to be about, baby?
It's going to be about the day we tied that knot.
Yes, y'all, we are married now. I know we ain't been on the camera in a long time. I think this is our first video for the new year, right?
Yes, it's been a minute. Just trying to give y'all some new content, something to, try to be a little bit more consistent, try to give y'all some, some new little flavor going into 2024. Know what y'all think, down below, comment, make sure y'all subscribe, but let's get into it.
Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay. Okay, y'all, so basically what this video right here gonna be about is we basically gonna be talking about giving y'all a little story time on, our wedding day, and just kind of give y'all like a slick briefing on everything. Cause I know where we been, cause it's kind of we kind of fell off the map a little bit, with our content. We had a busy year last year, so everything was kind of just all over the place. So everybody been asking us, when y'all talking about another video? Where y'all been? Y'all need to start making videos again. And y'all, we just been really busy. We've been doing a lot of stuff since we got married. And the wedding itself, the wedding itself was just a whole lot. So, let's get into this story time, y'all. So, we got married September the 30th of last year, 2023. Yeah, and we had one day to prepare for this wedding. Well, not to prepare, but to get everything set up. Yeah. And my baby, he took care of, the moving of the chairs and getting the building in order, and stuff like that. And me, I had to do everything else. So basically what she coming out letting y'all know is we did all this basically, with the help of a few others who came and helped us, try to get everything in order, which we really appreciate y'all too.
Love y'all.
We ain't got to shout y'all because y'all know who y'all
know y'all.
But we didn't hire no wedding plan or nothing like that. We really just went in head first and did it all on our own. And so it was a lot of grinding and just trying to make sure everything was, it's gonna always be some type of frustration with it, you know what I'm saying? Because you want everything to be perfect, and this is both our first time ever being married and stuff like that. So and just me personally, my first time ever planning an event like that. So you know what I'm saying? It's it's a lot to go into it, and
I think we did good though.
Yeah, we did real good. So it was a lot, but overall, like I said, with everybody we had in our corner, the help that we did have, and we appreciate them so much, it turned out to be a really special day. We're gonna look back on that day for years to come.
Yeah. So it went like this. So we got there early. It's building. My husband, he got the building prepared for us. We got there early in the morning. I'm talking, was it
like
7? Yeah, 7 in the morning. And we also had to wait, y'all, for another event that had took place the day before, so we had to wait for them to come get all their stuff out, so we could start
breakdown, basically a whole breakdown and clean up, basically.
Yeah, so we could start doing moving our stuff in, and getting our deliveries, which wasn't really a problem. That wasn't the problem, at all. We thought that it was gonna be so hard to work around and maneuver around them, but it really wasn't that bad because they got their stuff. They were ready because they didn't want to be in our way.
And shout out to them too. They did their thing too, coming in, knowing that, hey, we got somebody else behind us who's trying to set up for their event. So let's come in and, put our hands on deck and let's really hit it hard, get in her, get our stuff out of her. And even, I think they had some volunteers and stuff like that also that helped do some slick cleanup stuff, stuff that we didn't ask them to do. So, shout out to them too,
Yeah, they knew how important it was.
Yeah, so shout out to them,
So we got they was getting all their stuff out. They got all their stuff out. We got all of our deliveries there. So the setup starts, y'all. If y'all gonna get married, I would advise y'all, and this was my fault, I would advise y'all to get a wedding planner. I didn't want to get no wedding planner. I was like, I'm just gonna get somebody, you know, that I know. And it's on my fault because I wasn't as vocal with her as I should have, the person that I got. But, you know, I was trying to handle everything else. Because I'm making centerpieces, I'm doing decorations, people come to me, ask me questions, what you want this, what you want this. Like, I had a lot going on. So I would advise y'all to get a wedding planner.
So, you know, just touching base on what she said, like, we was, like, literally all over the place, like, from, we got there probably, like I said, about 7 in the morning, something like that, 6:30, something like that. And, I don't think we actually left probably to about, what, 8? Well, I left at probably about 8 because I had to hit the bachelor part, you know what I'm saying? But it was, you get what I'm saying, like, yeah, we was off in there for a little minute.
Nobody care about your little,
you know what I'm saying? So,
wasn't shaking no booty.
So, yeah, I had to, you know, hear him wrap it up, you know, so.
Anyways, I was the one left to lock up the building, y'all, because I was still all over the place, and I still didn't get some of the stuff done. So, like, the next day, we going into the next day. Majority of the stuff I got done, you know, my caterer, she came, she set up everything. I had all the chairs out and the tables and the tablecloths out. And, like, all of the much needed stuff was out. It was just the little bitty details, like the photo booth stuff and when to put the food out and stuff like that type stuff. So, boom. The next day, I still had the key because I had locked up the building. So I got there early in the morning. I want to stay around like 7 again, maybe 6. I got there.
Yeah, about 7. So
yeah, I got there early. You know, I'm opening the building because we getting our makeup done. We had to get our makeup done early, y'all, early in the morning. So my girls coming in, you know, getting their makeup done. The ones that chose to get their makeup done was getting their makeup done. And, you know, I'm setting out the mimosas and, you know, having it all real fancy, coffee, all of that, you know, the bagels. I'm doing it big, okay, because I want my makeup artist to be comfortable and I want my girls to be comfortable. So I'm still, at the same time, running around while this fool was hungover.
I really wasn't even hungover. I was really standing on business. I was down there early. I went down there as early as what she was, but I was down there early, you know what I'm saying? You know,
we couldn't see each other neither, y'all.
Yeah,
so we were trying to hide from each other.
You know what I'm saying? So we basically sending messages through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna come through. You cannot be in there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, when I got down there, like I just, you know, tried to make sure I did like a little walkthrough, make sure, you know, anything that needed to be touched up that didn't get done the night before, you know, do stuff like that, this, that, on top of, I still gotta go get my hair cut, you know, gather up all my groomsmen from the night before, and you know, it was hectic. It was real hectic. And then not only that, like it was a wild night for my bachelor party, so it was like
it was nice. They wasn't even doing it.
It was wild, man.
They were playing cards. Wasn't nobody shaking no booty.
It was wild. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get inside that. I heard they know. You feel
what
me?
What y'all doing?
It was wild.
What y'all doing? Why was it wild?
It was just wild. And you feel me? And see, you know, I done got older now, so you feel me?
That's how y'all know it went wild. He done got older.
So I done got older now, so I can't be up to, you feel me, the 3 and 4 o'clocks in the morning and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think I did actually lay down probably about 2 or 3 in the morning. I was, you know what I'm saying? I got up
2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 in the morning. You get what I'm saying? But I still got up at about, like I said, it might have not been quite 7 o'clock, but I wasn't too far behind her, you get what I'm saying? So I got down there, tried to make sure I did my little walkthrough and stuff like that. Then, like I said, I was consistently ripping and running because I had to make sure all my groomsmen was up, everybody was situated, everybody was gonna meet down at the building at a certain time, and I had to get my hair cut. I had a couple of my groomsmen, a couple of my homeboys that was from out of town, you know, out of state, that was, you know, came down and stuff like that. So I had to make sure that, you know, they were situated, you know, just a whole lot of moving pieces. So,
and plus they had to, and not to cut you off, but plus they had to take their pictures before us. Like she did some the groomsmen's pictures and the groom pictures before the actual, you know, pictures after the ceremony. So they had to be ready.
Yeah, we had to, you know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, I know how my groomsmen is. Like, you feel me? We gonna shoot, we gonna shoot the one, we gonna shoot it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
drag around.
Basically, you get what I'm saying? In such a sense, we gonna drag a little bit, cause we gonna, we know how it is. Anyway, so so that morning, man, we got up, went, man, we got chopped, stuff like that. Made sure everybody was on the, one accord. We met at the building, got down to the building. Everything was, kind of smooth. Everybody was already down there, ready to rock and roll. We instantly, like, look, whatever I couldn't do, and that's another thing too. Shout out my secretary. She knows she is. My secretary, she was up on game too. So stuff that I couldn't do, as far as like getting the
wine bottles,
getting the wine bottles on the table,
for the reception,
getting the turning the lights on in certain areas, making sure the doors locked in certain areas, just stuff like that. Shout out to her, she did a real good job, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything was everything on that end. But
so like all my girls, they got their makeup and all of that. Then it was my turn to get the makeup. At the same time, y'all, I was still running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Like, my makeup artist, her friend, they kept asking me, you want to sit down? I'm like, nah, I can't sit down. I got too much stuff to do.
I know.
Like, I was just everywhere, y'all. And then I was getting frustrated because that's why I said it's good to have a wedding planner, because everybody was coming to me asking me questions. Like, I know I cried at least 3 times, y'all. Like, the day before the wedding, I cried at least like 3 times. Because stuff just wasn't even going how I wanted it to. But then we get down to the wedding and everything was beautiful. Everybody couldn't make it like we wanted to, which is understandable, and we cool with that, But for the people who did come, we are so grateful.
Man, we grateful.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all for taking y'all time at the day.
Even if you couldn't make it and you sent a text message, you sent a gift, you sent money, you sent whatever you did. If you made it or if you didn't make it, it ain't no love lost. We appreciate each and every last one of y'all. If you did make it, like I said, we appreciate y'all too, for taking time out y'all day to come and celebrate with us. And, this was big, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest, like, I'm the first one of my mom's kids to get married, especially have a wedding like this. So, it's like, I felt it was, a very special moment, not only for myself, but just for, our family in general, because, I think a lot of times, like, family don't never really get together unless it's, like, funerals and stuff like that. So, to have, like, a wedding and stuff like that, I always told myself when I was younger, like, if I ever get married, I want to do a wedding, just because, like, we can get together for funerals and stuff like that, but when it comes time to, like, celebrate love and stuff like that, like, we don't never try to, we always try to go the quick route. And ain't nothing wrong with, like, a courthouse marriage and stuff like that, but, like, I just want to, make sure,
everybody gets together.
Yeah, everybody get together. Like, I'm real big on family, like, we incorporate this, so.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, we gonna make sure to, import some videos, maybe, and some pictures from the wedding and from our wedding photos that we got took in. They were so beautiful. Thank you so much to our photographer for dealing with us, And that's about it. We ain't took no honeymoon yet, y'all. We plan on taking.
We got a lot of stuff planned this year too, so like we got 4 or 5 things planned. So it's like and just cause the wedding over with, like, we done still like been in the whirlwind of things. Like, we got 4 or 5 things planned. We got other stuff we trying to do. We got this we trying to do. Yeah. On top of still, going about our day-to-day life. So it's a lot, and it's
we got some trips planned.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we thankful for it all, and we appreciative of it all, and we just gonna keep keep pushing and trying to give y'all some good content, and just keep y'all informed on what we doing. You don't want to just, and that's another reason too why we haven't necessarily like put out a whole bunch of good content and stuff like that, because we don't want to just give y'all like anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, we want to make sure it's like some substance,
genuine, and
it's like it's organic. You get what I'm saying? Like, we ain't just giving y'all just anything. So you know, we appreciate everybody who tuning in with us, everybody who doing whatever, you know, doing whatever they're doing with this, you know, liking, subscribing, you know, commenting up under the videos, resharing the videos, whatever it is. Like, we appreciate y'all. Once again, like, we appreciate everybody, you know, who came to the wedding, everybody who was a part of the wedding, from the photographers, the
DJs,
caterers, the DJs, the
people who helped the caterers.
You know what I'm saying? All of that, the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, just
the
everybody.
Pastor.
Yeah, you know what I'm
pastor,
saying?
he tripped me out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody. Like, we appreciate all of y'all, man. And, like, we can't never, like, forget, you know, nothing y'all did. You know, everything, you know, everybody played an important part. I don't care how small or how big the part was. Everybody played a part, and we really appreciate that, man.
Yes, you guys. So, without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share the video, and yeah, we'll be back with another video before y'all know it.
Yep.